So in terms of the freedoms, I'll just give you an example. This is not like, oh man, this is the golden standard. But in last April 2019, I went to New York City with my wife. So we were going to City Hall to get married because we have to get married officially in the U.S. and all that stuff. Otherwise, it doesn't count because we only did it in China.
Doesn't count in the U.S. You mean?
Yeah, it doesn't count in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Even though we got married in China, it's like I'm still single.
Really?
As far as the U.S. is concerned. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that either.
I'm a single comment.
Yeah, I thought we went to City Hall. I was like, oh, I already got married. This is our marriage license from China. Yada. And they're like, no, it doesn't matter. You have to get married again. I was like, what? That was interesting. So while we were over there, this was it's very funny because you got to think about like my wife saying these things in English and like hear a cute little accent or whatever. But, yeah, we went to some of the bars in Brooklyn, a couple bars, not a lot, and just to like kind of check it out and whatever. It was more market research than anything.
Okay.
And so we go into one place. And she ordered her drink, and I ordered my drink, whatever. We're drinking and talking. We're like, this place is kind of boring. People are just standing around talking. And I was like, yeah, we dance where I come from, so excuse me. So then she goes, oh, I want to go somewhere else. Okay, cool, let's go. And she proceeds to take her drink. It's the same kind of glass. Like it's a cup. It's a plastic cup, actually.
Yeah.
Like this
All
one.
right.
And you know what happened, right?
I see where it's going.
So she takes her drink. She goes for the door.
Outside.
And the bouncer goes, oh, you can't take your drinks outside. She's like, what do you mean? He's like, no, you can't take your drinks outside, obviously. He's like, and I said, sweetie, no, you can't. She's like, I bought the drink. Why can't I take it outside? And I was like, no.
There is a law.
It's the rules. You cannot take your drink. You cannot take alcohol outside. She's like, this is America? This is free?
Because it's...
this is bull. Please.
Yeah. This is really American. Yes. Anywhere, right?
Yeah. That's what
that's where you see the paper bag in all the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this was like, this, like I said, it's not like the golden standard or anything.
But this is a great example because
I
I've experienced walking around with Americans and with a beer, and they mentioned that it's so great. I can
we can
China.
drink outdoors. Yeah,
yes,
we can drink outside in the park.
No one will give you a fuss.
Someone can drink in the car in the passenger seat. I think in China.
Oh, here as
in
long
the passenger seat, not the driver, of course.
It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. The other thing, which I agree with the situation, but she doesn't know better. There was a like we were outside in the morning time, and there was like a daycare downstairs, and so they would take all the kids out, and they're holding like this like weird long rope thing where all the kids would hold hands together. And Eva saw them and she's like, oh, they're so cute, and she takes out her phone to take a picture. And then immediately the what do we call them? Like the chaperones or whatever. It was like, no, you can't take pictures. What are you doing? What are you thinking? And I was like, excuse me, I'm sorry, she's not from here. Yeah, I'll let her know. Okay, no problem. And she's like, what happened? Why you can't take pictures? And I was like, no, that's not allowed here. You can't take pictures of people without permission.
Oh God, this is
especially
bold.
Kids. And
land of the free.
Yeah, and so she referred to that again. They're like, wow, you guys have a lot of freedom. I was like, yeah, I know.
Wow.
And we go back to the same kind of situation. So yeah, man, the freedoms and whatnot that you're talking about, that I guess that's a perspective. As far as I'm concerned, the U.S. hasn't had freedom since the Patriot Act.
But let's make it harder on you.
Did you see the plane against the Pentagon?
No, let's make it harder on you. Like you can say, fuck Trump or whatever in America.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
President, you can say whatever you want.
Right.
But you can't really say it here on their. You can say it, but you may have issues, right?
Yeah.
In China,
of course. So
like, there's that side of lack of freedom.
Right.
But in the day-to-day life, how many people are out there thinking, fuck, whoever is in charge?
I think it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. So I think what China is doing is they care for the people. They make the people's life better. So who cares about those politics? Because
there's very little to complain about.
Yes.
There's very little to be opposed to. So yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, is like you have the freedom to talk BS, but we don't care about you. We're going to do whatever you want as far as the U.S. is concerned. But I actually do have something about this, what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Like you can say F Trump and all these things, but you can't say that here. Well, actually, I did watch, I saw a video on my Facebook. Oh my God, the number one news source. But it was legitimate. It was this woman in her house. She actually, the Secret Service paid her a visit.
Because she said F.
Do you know why? Oh, okay. So on her Facebook, for whatever reason, in some video or something about Trump, she made the comment. She's like, "Oh man, somebody should just off this guy and get it over
Right.
with." That's literally what she wrote. Someone should off this guy and get it, or put one between his eyes, something like this. And then the Secret Service paid her a visit,
Right.
and they took the local sheriffs, and it became a whole big thing. So I'm like, wait a second.
Was she a minority?
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
so. It looks like she was somewhere in the Midwest. And I'm like, if you do that in China, you probably have the same situation.
Yeah.
The same thing will happen. Like, you will have a visit paid to you by the authorities, and they're going to investigate who you are. And the fact of the matter is, like, whether I agree or disagree with the actions the Secret Service took is not really relevant. But the fact of the matter is, if they have any reason to believe that this person may be a potential threat, then they need to look into it.